NFL UK just released the second episode of IPP, the Class of 24, following the journey of Louis Rees Zammit and other rugby players trying to make a break into the NFL. And we have the NFL Combine coming up here in America in the next 7 or 8 weeks. So it's going to be cool seeing the behind the scenes journey in this second episode, seeing how they've transitioned, what they're working on this week. And we're going to continue to follow this series. And I really do hope that they continue to release episode after episode in this 10-week evaluation to see the progression of the players and how they turn out, Qrew. So if you're enjoying this one and want to see more rugby content, definitely subscribe to our channel. We see that 95% of you that watch our videos still haven't subscribed, so it would help us immensely if you subscribe and continue to support the way you do, Qrew. I'm absolutely loving this journey of learning rugby and looking at it from the eyes of an American football player and looking at these incredible rugby athletes as they continue to make the journey into the game that I know and love the best, Qrew. I appreciate you, and we will get into this video. Let's go. So we're getting to this one, Qrew. It's called Episode 2, Doing Better. The journey of the IPP Class of 24 continues, NFL UK. It's going to be fun to watch this one. Looking at the initial screen, we see IMG Academy field. IMG is a very well-known and massive football academy here in America. And if you come out of this academy, absolute stud. Some of the best players in the entire NFL, college football come out of IMG Football Academy. So it's cool that they're training at this facility. And we're going to dive into this one and see how these athletes are doing. Got the medicine balls.
Group, we've got Austria, we've got Dominican Republic, Nigeria and Scotland, Wales, England, Australia, Nigeria. We need to make sure that they understand football in the best way, the way that we teach them, so that they can walk into a classroom, walk into an NFL team,
nice
and be
hands.
able to talk football
Good break.
to the level they should. Sometimes the best athletes don't transfer over to being the best football players. It's about being smart, it's about being fast, physical, how to speak the language of football, because it is new to them.
True. Very true. They were doing catch in traffic. I love everything he's saying so far. It's a completely different language, just like if football went to play rugby.
One, there's a lot of shock, and there's a lot of, this is new, this is exciting, this amazing, shiny facility they get to come to. And then week 2, they get a little bit comfortable, and the soreness starts to set in a little bit, and it's just time to shake it up. And this journey, the whole 10 weeks, is constantly them getting comfortable, and then us fabricating ways to get them uncomfortable again. And so last time we just sat down as a group, and I think the feeling across the board with the coaches and staff is that just the practice has just dipped a little bit. The intensity, the energy. They met as a group and just said, look, we've got to figure this out. We're in this together. They're listening, taking it on, and really just taking ownership of the program, which is what we wanted to do.
Training core strength, doing some yoga to stretch. Yeah, flexibility, mobility, they're doing all the right stuff. It's cool to see. Namaste, LRZ. Nice hands, nice one-handed catch.
I think we all spoke about it last night, but we got to make sure that the effort's there and we're fully focused in the classroom. And
hold on, let me go back. Let me look at this. What that sign say? I want to see what they were looking at in the film room.
I think we all spoke about it last night,
nice
but we
hands.
got to make sure that the effort's there and we're fully focused in the classroom.
Roughing and running into a kicker. Okay, so they're looking at some special teams penalties right here, because if you run into a kicker in the process of a kick, either roughing is where you just completely bowl a kicker over, and running into the kicker is just like light contact. So a roughing is a 15-yard penalty in the NFL, and running into the kicker is a 5-yard penalty. So roughing is an automatic first down, and running in the kicker, depending on how far the team is from the first down line, it could be, a continued 4th down, just an extra play, or it could be a new set of downs being a first down. So, okay, so they're just going over the special teams aspect of that.
And come out to the field and work hard. I think rugby is definitely more of a team game that involves the whole team to get around you and give you that support, whereas here it's a lot of individualised training and focusing on yourself, because ultimately as a wide receiver you've got a man opposite you, or you're in zone, you've got a role to play, and it's all on you to make a route happen, for example. So it's definitely different training, but I'm absolutely loving it.
Working on separating and swatting the hands away off the line. So let me go back.
To make a route happen, for example. So it's definitely different training, but I'm absolutely loving it.
Swatting the hands from a defender. Just doing some like warm-up calisthenic stuff.
I'm the S&C coach here, strength and conditioning, specializing in the prep for the 40, the 5-10-5, the L, broad jump, and 225. Trying to prep them so they understand how to do it, and do it well. We look at skill-wise, you try to up their skill from a position they haven't never done before, but if you can show like, yeah, I run a 4-3, that opens people's eyes.
Yep.
Or a broad jump over 10 feet. Exceptional physical skills that most teams want. If these guys run way faster than projected, that puts them in a very good spot.
100%.
From a skill standpoint, we can improve them quite a bit so that they do really well and perform really well when it comes to the combine.
So what he's talking about here, Qrew, if you're not familiar with this and you're mostly know the game of rugby, in American football, what the combine is a set of skills based on your position and your role. So what he's talking about, they're doing like the LTL drill, which is like a back and forth drill, seeing how fast you can change direction laterally. You start in the middle, you go to the left cone, all the way to the right cone, and you finish through that middle cone. And you're timed based on your change of direction. So how fast you can drop your hips, get to the other side, and move. And then like what he was talking about, the 40 times. So basically working on getting an incredible start in your 40. That's the thing about running a 40. It's all laser timed at a combine. And if they're able to get off the ball fast enough and clock a really good time, your draft stock goes from being it has massive impact on your draft stock. You can go from being like a middle of the road, third round draft pick to being a high projected number one or round one draft pick based on the speed of your 40. So that's why he's talking about really dialing in their speed and getting good times on the 40, because if they can get that quick start and finish through, the difference between running a 4.2 and a 4.3 is millions and millions of dollars based on your draft stock. And if you run an incredible time, you can go high up in the ranks and get paid millions more, tens of millions, or you could run a terrible time and just completely not get drafted at all. So it's very important, especially here in the game of the NFL and football. And they're also talking about, like, when he says 225, he's talking about 225 pounds. It's the bench press is what they're talking about. So it's all based on your strength, getting as many reps as you can and showing how strong you are. The bench counts a lot in the combine. So they're working on skill-specific drills in the NFL Combine that will help them get the highest chance of getting picked up by a team based off of those skill sets. And that's what he's talking about. It's good recovery, pull drills, low impact.
When we first got here, Louis and our route running from then to today.
Praise.
Yesterday,
It's a cool name.
beyond better.
It's lateral
Today was a
movement.
good day. We ran a lot of routes today, quite tiring. Body's a bit sore. No, it was good fun though. We had position meeting as well, so we went through everything that we did Tuesday and what we were doing today, so good day overall.
Film breakdown. Looking at pump protection identification. So they're looking at your long snapper right here, your long snapper, right tackle, right tackle, your wings, your left and right wing, the pump protector, the punter, and you have your gunners. So your gunner left, your gunner right, and it's the defense and then the return man right here. So they're just looking at, special teams formations specifically on a punt.
10 seconds. Takes 2 seconds.
What these guys have, all of them are elite athletes, no matter what the sport we found them in, whether it's track, whether it's rugby, basketball. These guys have transferable skills. They are
100%.
athletic enough, they are fast enough, and that's what we want to show to teams. These guys may have a younger
Sit down.
football age than guys
Get
who are
there.
playing it since they're 6 years old in America, but we find the big guys, we find the fast guys, and they can make impacts on Sundays. And you can see that from players like Jordan Mailata, who's starting left tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles, played in the Super Bowl, leading the way, great player. We have the opportunity, players from across the globe, to make an impact in a game that has been predominantly run by Americans.
100%. It's an American game, 100%. If they can make the transition, that'd be awesome, man. I would love to see all these guys make the team. They're incredible athletes. The skills are transferable, just little differences. That's the bench press at the combine doing 225 pounds.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
LRZ, how old is he now? 22? The camaraderie is what I like. That's the best part about sports, is what the locker room, the camaraderie and friendships.
Hey, come by.
I don't know what's worse, having everyone sing happy birthday to you or to have happy birthday sung to you with a camera in your face.
That's funny.
Overall, we got better today. We absolutely did get better. One of the things I said to you guys this morning and really challenged you on was your rule.
Catching in traffic.
I hope you took it personally. And I said, you need to be your brother's keeper. You need to be who you say you are. And I was pleasantly had that shoved back in my face this morning when I went straight into the defensive line room and I saw this. Jotham getting Isaac up on the board, getting him ready. Roy wasn't even there yet. They got him there early, got him up on the board, took him 2 fronts. You do personnel. But Jotham, way to live your rules. So that was a really great way to start.
Got all the helmets lined
I
up.
think we had some ups and downs this week, but we did have some highlights, and I'm trying to linger on those and really capitalize on the highlights. And it's not just because it's his birthday, but Lewis, you're the dog of the week as well.
Catching with the helmets, Will, really different
Make
too.
it a hard decision next week, everyone else. Make it a very hard decision. Make it be you.
My console ready. Ready.
That's freaking good, man. That's a good documentary. It's a good that's a really, really good episode. They did a great job of highlighting the athletes. Even the dramatic music put you in of like the journey they're going through. It put me in it because hearing that music, it's created like an emotion of like what's going on in the background and bringing those gentlemen together. So I think it's really cool to see the international player pathway. I hope all these guys make it, man. It's cool to see their transition, and shout out to them for taking the jump. It's a massive jump transitioning sports, but the thing about being an athlete, we're all athletes. It just happens our skill sets are trained in that specific sport, but they're transferable across all sports, right? You just have to make those little changes that are the nuances of each game. So it's cool to see that they're doing this. I love the behind the scenes footage on this. I absolutely love it, Qrew. It's cool to see how these players are developing and coming together. And as I mentioned, just a massive shout out to these men. It takes a lot of courage and belief to bet on themselves and try a completely different game, moving across the world, away from their families and their loved ones, and away from the game that they grew up playing their entire life, and trying something completely new in American football. That's what I love. Like it's just based off where you're born in this world. Had these men played or been born in America, more than likely they would have been high-level college football athletes or D1 athletes and made it to the NFL. But since they were born in different countries, like say Nigeria, Wales, England, Ireland, they're coming from all these different backgrounds, and it just so happened they grew up playing rugby, but they're incredibly skillful athletes, right? And they just trained to be great in that one sport, but their skills are transferable across all realms. And that's why every time, and I've seen a couple comments, Qrew, where they're saying it's not a compliment to give rugby players could play in the NFL. Coming from an American football player, that's a compliment over here. So I understand where you're coming from, but as me being an American football player and athlete, that's a massive compliment, saying another athlete from another sport can come into our game and do well. And so that's the difference in our cultures, in our sports. Is like in America, we use it as saying like if a basketball dude can come play football and we see it, we'll say like, man, you can come play in this game. And so when I say that stuff, Qrew, know that it's a compliment coming from me, and saying, looking at their skill sets as their athletes and saying, man, these guys are incredible. I know they're rugby players, but the closest frame of reference I have is American football, because it's the game I played my entire life, and just looking at the little nuances and differences, but I'm respecting all the athletes as a whole. And one thing I want to say too is that you see Louis Rees Zammit like catching the ball and some of the different nuances that it may not be easy to identify as you're watching some of these videos, but I know in rugby you're more used to like how he's talking about it's more of a team game, and I love how he was breaking it down from his mindset. Lewis it's more of a team game, so you guys are like sitting across the line or sitting back in position, and most of your passes are just straight across the line, so you're used to receiving it from those types of angles. The difference with him becoming a wide receiver, and I'm speaking about Louis Rees Zammit in this respect, is that all the balls that he is going to be receiving are going to be coming directly to him from a forward pass, right? Rugby doesn't have forward passing. It's known as an offsides, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong. But in football, all of our passes, or the high majority of them, 99% of them, are all coming as forward passes directly to him. So he's either going to have to catch it coming at him, running under a ball with the helmet and having that helmet looking at it through a face mask, catching it over his shoulder, running downfield, running different routes. So what he's used to, his positioning is going to be completely different, and that's a new type of training and learning how to receive the ball from a quarterback, because all the balls he's going to be running after or coming directly at him in a forward pass, which he may not be used to, you know, being so experienced and being an expert in rugby. So it's cool to see how fast he's picking it up. It looks like his route running is exceptional. Episode number 3, Qrew, becoming a dog. Becoming a dog. The journey of IPP Class 24 continues. Let's see where they are, man. Nice rainy day out there in IMG Academy, baby.
All I hear is complaining. I don't hear enough solutions. I just hear complaining.
Wow, you had to look right into the camera. Volunteers.
Hey, look
I wasn't the one telling everybody that.
Yeah.
where's the camera? I love rainy days.
Hey guys, it's me.
Little banter. Got the helmets on. Becoming
We've also got the best socks in town today.
the Santa
for
socks.
Sure.
Looks good.
Monday fun day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Monday fun day.
Nice
I
start.
don't know if the term drinking from a fire hose translates, but that's exactly what they're doing.
You're gonna eat dog food.
Okay.
Go.
Building them up.
Beat him in that space there.
They're learning years
Get off.
and years of football in 10 weeks. That is so hard to do.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
When we're not training, they're rehabbing and studying.
These guys have got a million and one things coming at them, and that's kind of by design.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot of...
Oh, you can do my work. God damn. What, you can do my work. God damn. It's a bit crazy.
There are a ton
Good break.
of really phenomenal athletes that can't play this sport because they just don't process it quickly enough. It's very dynamic, very physical, very violent, and if you're missing a word or a concept, you get whacked.
True.
We gotta bring the animal out in you. All right?
Oh, I have it. You're gonna bring it out, baby.
Well,
I
it's
have
gotta
it.
come out.
Hey, leave with me.
Bring that lion out.
They're just hitting those drills hard. Just really trying to get these guys combine ready.
Intense, but cool. Yeah, so we're getting better every day. Hopefully we make it to the NFL.
Isaac. Ajna.
We're just touching into our third week.
Jotham Russell, that's a cool name.
It's pretty indescribable, this place that we're in. Training to nutrition, to the sports scientists here.
What's that say? The future belongs to those who believe in the power of their dreams. I love that.
It's exceptional.
George Smith.
Our daily report of how we feel, how energized we are, how many hours of sleep we got, the quality of sleep.
Tracking their metrics.
The climate change. You know, Nigeria
Sam Moore.
is already used to the heat, but here it's really cold.
The weather, actually, it's been kind of nice to us. It's
Florian
not been that
Bierbaum.
hot. I've been liking it so far.
One guy's like the hot climate, the other's cold. That's cool.
The challenge with this program
Explosive.
and what makes it hard is the consistency that you have to do it at. And I think you look at successful people in any walk of life, it's consistency, which is really the mark of their greatness.
It's a tight schedule, so there's not much time to relax and just hang out during the work days. It's get to breakfast, get to meetings.
What's that? Okay, so they're doing a team score. I'd be interested to know what the team score is about, but it says Lewis is a plus 83, Pat's a 0, Praise is a plus 62, Flo is a negative 19, George plus 97, Baron plus 94, Travis plus 19, Sam plus 19, Jotham negative 4, Isaac negative 19. So I'm guessing these are the statistics from like their, all the data they're mentioning, like from their sleep, their recovery, their training sessions, and it's evaluating on whatever point system that they're using. I'd be interested to see the data that they're using to track all this stuff to come up with these numbers, but their total team score is a plus 33. So it's one of those probably accountability tools, looking at other athletes and doing the metric counting. I'm interested to see how deep that goes.
Physio, get to practice, go back to lunch, and right after lunch you're back to the field for strength and conditioning.
As we continue
Let me go back.
to do
Just get to meetings.
Consistency, which is really the mark.
I want to see the
It's
schedule.
a tight schedule, so there's not much time to relax and just hang out during the work days. It's get to breakfast, get to meetings, get to physio, get to practice, go back to lunch, and right after lunch you're back to the field for strength and conditioning.
Full
As
days.
we continue to do that and they get stronger and better at doing those things, we build into what we call our devastating rhythm. We use this analogy of the guys, they're a boat crew, they're rowing down a lake, and with every stroke they're trying to win this race one stroke at a time, but with every stroke they're picking up speed, and it gets to a point where they're just devastating, where they're moving along and learning and growing and getting better.
it is a sprint, really, and to build rhythm, we got to control what we can control. And
look, he was working on explosive reps on those squat jumps. So it's a body shop. Arms as big as a house. Arms as big as a house. The sequel. Then they have the body shop. Arms as big as a house. So it looks like we're doing a superset, 1 to 3 sets, 45-second rest between supersets, doing a barbell preacher curl, and then doing a barbell tricep extension. I'm not sure if overhead, even they're lying down. That's good. That's a freaking really good training session. Inside grip, easy bar bench press. So working on the tricep strength. They're really working on getting a powerful bench so they can get that 225 up. Superset 2 to 3 sets, 45-second rest, easy bar curl, tricep extension. So that's the second superset. 3 sets total of that. 15 reps the first time, 10 and 12 the second. Then they're doing a DB curl, reverse push down. So curl, push down. 10 reps of the curl, 15 reps of the push down. Superset 4 through 2. You're doing a wide grip curl, then the DB tricep kickback, 12 and 15 reps, and then the wrist flips. Okay, so they're really working on like a lot of arm strength. That's going to help with explosiveness. It's going to help with strength. It's going to help with their bench, especially tricep strength. It's going to help with their bench. And then, yeah, it's really good. Let me see what else they have. This is the next one. Cable curl, cable tricep extension, bench. There's a grip 6. I'm not sure what a grip 6 is. Barbell curl, bicep extensions, easy bar curl, overhead extension, so easy bar, overhead extension. DB incline curl, that's a really good workout. DB tricep kickback's really good. Barbell reverse curl, and then wrist curl with the barbell. Okay, I like that. I like that training protocol that they have right there.
There's a lot of outside noises going on. There's a lot of pressure from outside parties, and it's just very important. We just go there and we just create what we said is that devastating rhythm.
Patrick
and
from Australia.
Once we get going, it's very hard to stop.
Nice. I like that sweater.
Know what we're doing. Let's get to work now. Go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Let's get it, gents.
There's a belief
Uncommon.
That for a sport
2004.
that requires
24.
such exceptional physical demands, to think that those individuals only exist in one country is crazy. And so the further we can reach with our talent identification initiatives, I think the better the game is. But then also with providing opportunities for a lot of people that wouldn't have access to the sport otherwise.
True. I like that. It's hard when the exposure's not there, right?
The key thing that comes through for me coaching is that these guys have no bad habits. So these guys don't have to break any molds. They don't have to unlearn anything. They are blank slates. They're unmolded clay. This is our group of anomalies. We have Boromato.
I agree and disagree with what he was saying. They're talking about they don't have habits, like bad habits to break. In the realm of football, he's right, and he's talking about molding clay to our game. But where I disagree with what he's saying is that the habits that they're bringing over are specific to their game. So we were talking in the comments, a couple of us, and I appreciate all your feedback, Qrew, where talking about holding the ball differently in American football compared to rugby, how you're taught to hold it with 2 hands because you're always prepping for a pass or an offload. So there's things, that's where I disagree with him on that respect. Yeah, they're molding in the clay because they're learning the American football game, but the habits and tendencies that they've developed and created over the time of being a rugby athlete are going to be very tough to break because the technique differences, the difference of the game, and other traits that go from going from rugby to playing football. So that's where I disagree with him on that statement. I see where he's coming from, but that's where I differ or disagree with him in some of those statements.
Us from the Dominican Republic, we have George Smith from England, we have Travis Clayton from England, we have Sam Orji from Nigeria, we have Praise Olatoke from Nigeria and Scotland, we have Louis Rees Zammit from Wales, we have Florian Beerbaumer from Austria, Patrick Murtaugh from Australia, we have Jotham Russell from Australia.
Cool name, Jotham.
And we have Isaac Ajana from Nigeria.
Some stuff.
The 2 words that came.
I'm really glad that they showed all the other athletes and highlighted them. That's really good. They did a great job on that one, this episode.
Florian Beerbaumer from Austria, Patrick Murtaugh from Australia, we have Jotham Russell from Australia, and we have Isaac Ajana from Nigeria. The 2 words that came to mind for us were speed and length. So guys that can run, guys that can hit, guys that have length, who are big, that can be standout athletes in this game. I'm really excited to see how they're going to transition into the sport.
100%.
Today we're taking the players out to Orlando. The NFL runs flag programs across the world. We're going to see these teams compete in the Pro Bowl event. We're going to take these guys, give back to the community, help them see the influence they are across the game.
That's cool. They're going to the Pro Bowl. They get to experience it live and be around NFL athletes. That's a really good experience to be.
playing today to see that there's a pathway, and you guys are kind of at the pinnacle, getting ready to try and make it to an NFL team. So for them to see that they're playing flag and this could translate into one day being here with you or in the position that you're in is going to be super important. So again, thank you so much for being here.
That's cool.
But basically, it's a flag tournament with all the best teams in the world.
The Bengals.
They all come over here and to Orlando and perform, and winner takes all, I guess.
It's really cool. 7-on-7's huge. That's cool. They brought him from all over the world.
This is grassroots, this is ground level, and IPP is like where we're trying to get to. So having them come down, engage with the kids, talk to them, you know, it's building ambition and helping the kids think and feel that they can actually make it, that there's more to it than just kind of playing a game.
It's huge.
Life-changing, potentially life-changing.
Yep.
My role for the moment is literally just learn the sport, know the rules of this. There's some things that I still look at and I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, I understand.
Well, you know, I have to support them African brothers. And yeah, we're here to win.
God about to make something happen. Oh yeah!
Athletes.
Athletes. That's cool, man. Those kids remember that.
This whole thing is bigger than us. It's way bigger than us. It's about leaving a mark and honouring the people that have come before us, but also acknowledging the ones that are going to come after us. And hopefully they're playing on these fields today.
Bien, muchachos, bien, vamos.
What's the score be?
I don't know, we're winning.
It's cool to see them bridging all these countries, and they're learning with the kids too. I think that's cool. It's a process, man. Takes a village to support and grow, man. It's cool to see. Route running, inside, outside, boom. Nice D.
No, you know what I am, bro? I'm a diamond in the rush, you get me? Diamond in the make. I'm just training with the IPP guys right now, just to work with the receivers. As you can
Nice
see,
little route.
These guys are future NFL stars. I wanted to see what it takes to go to the next level, and I've seen it now.
Let me see. Let me go back on that one. They're gonna have to give.
IPP guys right now, just to
sit
work
down.
with the receivers. As you can see, these guys are future NFL
He's definitely
stars.
going to get, Lewis is going to definitely get smaller shoulder pads than that playing wide receiver. You don't really need all that protection. You don't need them to have that bulky. I'm sure he's going to get a lot smaller ones. It's going to make him a lot more mobile and agile and be able to move a lot faster. But he looks good at good route running right there.
I wanted to see what it takes to go to the next level, and I've seen it now.
The NFL as a whole is very US centered, but the best athletes in the world aren't necessarily from the US. There's 192 other countries.
There are people around the world that can contribute to this game, and the game can contribute to them. And until they see people that look and sound like them playing it, they can't picture it for themselves.
Exposure's everything.
This isn't an everyday thing, which I've been shown a lot kind of by the people. We've had Jordan Mailata come in, and he's just broken down how real it is. It's like, this is something where it can be a once in a lifetime chance and opportunity. And the way it changes you and your life and the people around you is just crazy.
You know, most people don't make it to sports where I'm from. You know, it's always a dream, but I mean, the dream is never lived. Things like this can give him back hope in my country that, you know, their dreams can still be alive.
That's cool, man.
I'm doing these for the Colombians, the kids from the UK, all the way to the country. They can see, oh man, look at this guy. He came from overseas and he got opportunity to be here and do the sport he loved. You know what I mean? So that's all about. That's all I'm about.
That's true, man.
You can't put people in boxes. You can't say to people that this is what you do, this is what you're expected to do, because people will surprise you at every opportunity that you give them, providing you give them that opportunity.
Yeah.
You can't put a cap on your dreams. Obviously things can be a lot harder from where you are and where you grow up, but I mean there's always opportunities out there, and I was really lucky and really grateful that the door was slightly open, and I saw it and I was like, well, there's no holding back. I'm putting everything into it.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, keep that door down.
I love that.
How he did
I love that.
It was incredible. Just like kind of you guys are doing this right here. Look at this finish, Trav. Look at this. You know what else I noticed in here, a little tidbit? Nobody could do this drill on the first round through. And guess what? You men pretty much got it. You got it down pat. That's kudos to you. That's a really, really good job.
I wish they showed the drill.
We set standards for ourselves. The
Core
coaches
strength.
aren't forcing us to be here. Do you know what I mean? This is our choice. We want to be here. So if a coach thinks this much of you, then you got to make him think this much of you. Do you know what I mean? Being a dog. Do you know what I mean? We talk about it all the time. Just be a dog. Work, work, work.
Something, you know, describe, it's a lifestyle. The dog's a lifestyle. It's the way that you live.
But at the end of the day, we're here to work. And
get it.
That's
push,
the
push,
standard
push, push, push.
that the guy said that's
nice.
For.
Good rap.
They came here.
When talent doesn't, hard work beats talent. When talent doesn't work hard, that's damn truth.
They put their head down and they went to work every day for 10 weeks to get a tiny chance at this opportunity we have.
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity, man. Change your family's life, your life too.
Oh, shit.
If we could get Flo in this.
Who invited Mr. Incredible? Oh, they call him. Hell no, he does look like Mr. Incredible. Hell no. Stupid.
Dog of the week.
That's
Dog
funny.
Of the week. Or popular demand, we changed up the spelling. This person had a kind of character building week 1, week 2, and then they built on that and had an excellent week 3. Josh.
Good deal. That's good. That's be a good feeling.
Cool. You guys got anything?
Me. When you don't, I would say something very good.
Okay. All right.
Come here. Oh, let's set it now before it get too late, right? Leave me alone.
Well, I gotta say, bro, I'm really proud of each one of y'all. You know, especially the coach and the players, bro. It's been 3 weeks, and we had come a long way. You know what I mean? And this, bro, I was proud of y'all. Like, you know, how we combine each other. You know, sign. And guys, I got here late, but you know how we came as a family. Bro, you know, there's so much love, bro, in these. Well, I never feel so much love around that many people. You know what I mean? That way, everybody in here. And I was want to ask a question. What you doing this for?
What doing this for?
Yeah.
My family.
What you doing this for, Pat?
It's a dream.
You know, well, a lot of us have a different reason what we're doing this for. This shit. Because man, I just love this shit. I love being here with y'all. And I don't want to be long enough. I want to go to the net where the beach chicken is. I can smell that chicken too. You feel me? That was love, y'all, bro. It's a great 3 weeks. We got a lot of way to go. That's a lot of sheep to pick up, man. We're gonna get there, bro. That's all I have to say.
Salute to you. I love that. I love that, Qrew. Man, really great job by the NFL on showcasing all these gentlemen. And shout out to all these dudes who are taking the chance on themselves, man. Really cool to see. I love the behind the scenes stuff. I hope that you're liking it as well. Damn, Qrew. I'm absolutely loving it. Like, just like the man was saying at the end when he's, you know, for the life of me, I don't know his name, but like he was saying, this is bigger than them, right? Like, of course, they all have their own dream or reason why they're taking part in this IPP class, and there's a bigger purpose for what they're doing. But they're not only putting themselves on, they're putting their families on, their entire country, their nation, and that's the beautiful part about it. It just transcends self and brings in the collective. There's so many people that are supporting and rooting these gentlemen on, and it's cool to see them putting themselves out there, trying something incredibly new and different. And as they've mentioned several times, they're jam-packing all of this information of learning this game and all these new skills and traits of learning American football into a 10-week period, when guys like myself, men who are playing in the NFL, have been playing this game since we're 5 years old. It's a lifetime of education for us, and these gentlemen are coming from an entirely different world and entirely different sport, picking this up in 10 weeks. So it's very commendable, and to like watch them, you know, put themselves out there and take the chance and have the belief in themselves to do this, Qrew. And that's why I'm always supporting people. I love seeing people succeed. I love seeing them achieve their dreams, and I love rooting them on, because it's easy to sit and say this guy can or can't play football, or this guy can or can't play rugby and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, we're all human. We all have our own dreams and visions, and we want to be the best we can for ourselves, our loved ones, and, you know, achieve all that we want, that we set out to do on this earth in this point. And so that's why I love what they're doing, whether they, you know, make it to the NFL or not. To me, they've already succeeded, right? Because they took the chance on themselves, they put themselves out there, and they're, you know, exposing themselves and inspiring an entirely new generation. Just those kids they had a chance to interact with and being at that 7-on-7 camp, all those kids are coming from different countries, and they're giving, you know, giving themselves a chance to look up to somebody who is already there in a sense, right? Like, they're young kids and they can look and say, hey, Louis Rees Zammit's doing it, like I can do it too. And having that person where you can see and know that like you're able, it gives you that belief system and instills in you that I can achieve that as well. And so they're inspiring not only, you know, the current generation, but the new generations of kids coming up and letting them know that they can do it through, you know, living through them. And that's what I really love about this. And I love that they're documenting this entire process. It's cool to see. And I'm loving these episodes and hoping that you're loving checking these ones out as well, Qrew. And I'm really liking how they're going more into the history of each of these men and diving into like their mindset, like the skill acquisition and, you know, the ups and downs of learning, because it's easy to show all the highlights, but it means a lot to show like the low times too. And they're doing that where these athletes are being completely honest and transparent about how they feel and how, like, in a sense, like they're overwhelmed at times with the protocol that they have. You see that they're up early in the morning and they're going through the end of night, and so it's a full-time job, putting their body, getting them to where they need to be for the next day, and just cramming in all this, you know, not only the drills but the plays, all the knowledge that it takes to become a football athlete. There's so much that goes into it, and I absolutely love seeing the journey, Qrew. I appreciate y'all dropping in, checking out this video as always, and be sure to subscribe to our channel, Qrew. It helps us out a lot if you want to see more rugby content and, you know, learn more about the game of, you know, the game of football through their eyes, and just learning through me, Qrew. I played American football my entire life, so I'll do my best to teach you what I can and like try to create as much you know, connection from your game to our game, and just, you know, look at it like to appreciate our similarities and our differences in the game. And you all are doing an exceptional job of teaching me the game of rugby, and I'm doing a lot of due diligence on my side, learning, going deeper into the rules of rugby, and just connecting with you in the comment section has been amazing. So thank you so much for that. You're teaching me a lot, and I'm really learning the game and loving picking it up and connecting with you, Qrew. It's been an incredible journey, and we're gonna continue moving forward, Qrew. But I love you, I appreciate you, and we will catch you on the next video. Always stay laser focused on your dreams and your vision, and remember that you're in control. Much love, Qrew. Peace.